Hi everyone, my name is Cindy and it is What Would You Make Time. It is hosted by Connie's Woodshop and DIYs and Rustic and Lace DIY. The guest host this week is Crafting with Indy Annie Jones. These are fabulous women with fabulous channels, so don't forget to subscribe, like, save, and comment. And this week, let's see what I'm making along with the other wonderful collaborators. Make sure you subscribe, like, save, and comment on their channels. So let's get started. DIY number 1, a wooden village. The supplies needed include 1 wooden village from Joann Fabrics, white chalk paint, black acrylic paint, a mini wreath, bottle brush trees, and some tea lights. And I also had a wooden tray that I made in a previous DIY of What Would You Make. This is an easy DIY. I purchased a wooden village from Dollar Tree. It was cost effective and easy to fit the Christmas season. I painted the entire village with white acrylic chalk paint. But I thought it needed a little something extra. So therefore, I painted the roof black and added a bit of snow on top to give it that winter feel. Everyone likes a little snow for Christmas Day, right? And then the next day it can melt. Next, I found a tiny wreath and I put it on front of the main village building. But that was not enough. To highlight the village, I put 3 tea lights in the back and surrounded the entire village with bottle brush trees. I made a wooden tray earlier this year and put the village on top with all of the other added nature props. I just love the way this looks, and it will take you from Christmas throughout the winter season. So let me know what you think about this one. DIY number 2, Noel wooden blocks. The supplies needed include 4 wooden blocks, some cardboard letters, or you can even use stencil, or you can use your Cricut, metal place card or picture holders, and black acrylic paint. I started out painting this with some watered down paint as a stain, but I didn't really like how it was looking. It just didn't give me the look I was trying to achieve. Now, you know, crafters can change our minds at any time to achieve a different look. So then I painted it with black acrylic paint, and I really liked the way that was looking. Next, I drilled an opening on top and put some metal place card, or I guess you could say picture holder, in the center. And then I added a little dab of hot glue to make sure it was going to hold. And all I did was push the metal holder into the opening. Then, you know me, all crafters have a stash. And I found some cardboard letters in my stash and thought it would look nice with the words Noel. Now, I did not add a picture or names because I will leave that up to your imagination. But I think this would also look nice with a Scrabble initial on the front. However, I also like that it spells a word which can be changed out at any time. DIY number 3, Hollywood leaf wreath. Now, I'm not saying Hollywood, you know, like in California. It's Hollywood leaves. So the supplies needed include 8 stems of Hollywood leaves, 8 holly berries, they were on stems, hot glue, and all of this was put on a thin, leafy green wire wreath. Now, this is an interesting wreath to make because I only used a dab of glue, and it was basically the entire wreath was made just with wire. And the wooden leaves are simply beautiful. They have a bit of coarse glitter on each leaf that doesn't spill off like some of the fine glitter that you put on leaves. And it came like that. I didn't have to add any. The leaves were applied with wire that it came with. Now they were each on a stem, so I stripped each leaf from the main stem so that I could separate them. And so I wired 3 holly leaves together, and there was 1 large one, 1 medium size, and 1 small. Next, I wired them onto the greenery, and I started at the bottom and wired 3 leaves, and there were 8 sets of them until I got to the top. So it's a full wreath. And holly berries were graced each of the set of leaves. So each set of 3 had some holly berries on them. Last, I made a velvet bow with tails, but I did it the easy way. I made the bow, and then I put a loop around the middle, and I just hot glued it together. And then I also made some great looking tails, and I hot glued those on the back. And then I just had to slip some wire through the loop, and I tied it around the wreath. And I think it looks so good and unique. I have not seen any wreath like this. So let me know your thoughts. And my last DIY is number 4, a bottle brush tree holder. Now the supplies needed include some brown acrylic paint and water, a wooden ball, and it's flat on the bottom so that it will, could sit on a table or a counter, and a bottle brush tree. You can remove the bottle brush tree from its old home and give it a new home. Something that maybe looks a little antique, or you could even make it look modern. So I took a wooden ball with a flat bottom and used brown acrylic paint and water to give the ball an antique looking vibe. Then I put the tree in its new home and put it on top of a candlestick. This can be done with a spool or other small objects that you have laying around. All you need to do is drill an opening in it and put your bottle brush tree inside. Well, that is all Z9 Designs family. Please subscribe, like, save, and comment. Help a sister out. I hope your Thanksgiving was wonderful. Now, this is a very lonely time of the year, from Thanksgiving to the Christmas season for some people. So check on individuals that may not have family visiting or that live alone. And remember, love your neighbor as yourself. See you next week. Bye-bye.